Hello, class. My name is Robert Lanetta, and my video discussion board for today is on the book Faith and the Founders of the American Republic, edited by Mark David Hall and David L. Dreisbach. I'm focusing on Chapter 13, Isaac Backus and John Leland, Baptist Contributions to Religious Liberty in the Founding Era. According to Joe Cocker, Isaac Backus and John Leland were thought leaders who helped influence founding fathers like Thomas Jefferson and James Madison as they were involved with drafting and establishing some of our country's greatest documents, like the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and the First Amendment. Backus and Leland were fighting for this cause and the religious liberties that we have today. As you can see in their quotes, they were quite passionate about religious freedoms. Isaac Backus wrote, "Religious matters are to be separated from the jurisdiction of the state, not because that they are beneath the interests of the state, but quite to the contrary, because they are too high and holy and thus beyond the competence of the state." His contemporary John Leland said, "Government has no more to do with the religious opinions of men than it has with the principles of mathematics. Let every man speak freely, without fear, maintain the principles that he believes, worship according to his own faith, either one God, three gods, no God, or 20 gods, and let government protect him in so doing, and see to it that he meets with no personal abuse or loss of property from his religious opinions." These were some pretty powerful words coming from the pulpit in early America. The reason that religious freedom was so important to these men and the Baptists and every other non-state sanctioned religion or denomination was that in many cases, alternative beliefs were illegal in early America. And quite frankly, it was dangerous. Preachers and believers were beat up, tortured, imprisoned, and even put to death for their beliefs. Leland and Backus were strong. They stuck to their convictions. They persevered. According to historian Peter Judson Richards, Backus was the most forceful and effective writer America produced on behalf of the pietistic or evangelical theory of separation of church and state. According to historian Rosaline Beck, John Leland was not sure that there was enough protection for religious liberty in the Constitution. And so word got back to James Madison about this, and Leland was so influential that Madison went to his home to discuss the issue. Madison promised the Bill of Rights as soon as the Constitution was ratified, and after that, Leland gave his support over to Madison. The author of this chapter also reveals that it was John Leland who presented the 1,000-pound wheel of cheese to President Thomas Jefferson from the residence of Cheshire, Massachusetts. And that same weekend, Jefferson wrote the infamous Wall of Separation letter to the Baptists in Danbury, Connecticut. When it all boils down to it, these two men did not agree 100% on the separation of church and state. Backus believed in a mutually beneficial separation, while Leland was insistent on an exclusive separation. Either way, John Leland and Isaac Backus had major influence on religious liberty. Thank you very much.